Thank you, sir. So let's start with today's session. Uh, okay, let me start. So, any queries or any problems for yesterday? Anything you would like to ask, or should I continue? Any participant who would like to ask? Okay, so let's start with. Let me give you a brief overview of what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about systematic literature review. Means how to write a paper. Oh, I think I have not shared my screen. Just a minute. So yesterday, the topic was systematic literature review. How to write a paper using somebody's mic is on. Please, everybody, switch off your mic. Okay. So yesterday topic was how to write a paper using the technique of systematic literature review. So, in that, what are the different steps, or what is the form of the paper? What are the different parts of the paper? So, different parts of the paper, right? Using systematic literature review. First is the introduction. In the introduction itself, you write the research questions in the end. Second important aspect is the research methodology. इसमें we include the prisma model. I'll tell you what exactly it is. Yesterday it was left, so I'll tell you a little bit about this as well. So the second part is called as the research methodology. That includes the prisma model. I'll show you how to write this part as well. Third part is data analysis. Data analysis may I told you. So what all things you can write: country of the authors, methodology used in the study, uh, or you can also use TCCM framework or ADU model. So this is what is the most important part. In this, there is no review of literature, right? The way we write a normal paper, in that we talked about the review of literature, but in this, there is no review of literature because we are already doing the review of the previous papers. So we are already doing the review of the previous papers. So the next important aspect is the discussion part here. Implication of the research, if you want to write, this is the implication of the research, and then is the last is the conclusion section, right? So this is the different stages or different parts of the paper when you write the paper with the help of the systematic literature review, right? So this is what the structure of the paper is while writing through SLR. So let me talk about this research methodology. Yesterday it was not very clear, so I did not get much time on to explain this. So let me tell you what exactly is there. So let me take you to Prisma model. Yesterday this part was left. So this is one uh, model. This is one paper of mine in which I have used the Prisma model. I hope my screen is clearly visible to all of you. सबको दिखाई दे रही है? Can you see my screen, all of you, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the Prisma model. Prisma model talks about, just look at this. Initially, I told you yesterday to write the numbers after we limit our search, right? So this is how we proceed for it. So this is the model. This is a basic model, right? This is the basic model, Prisma model, where you talked about records identified using Scopus and Web of Science. Isme I have taken because Web of Science and Scopus both, right? So total records were 500. So this is how you have to start, right? So this is identification. Aage, next, what we are talking about now, only articles from the journal were included from both the databases. So this is the next step. So records excluded. How many of the records that you have excluded after you take the articles from the journals, right? So this is the model. Uske baad records were screened for duplicates because we have taken the data from Scopus and Web of Science. So there must be some kind of duplication because from the Web of Science also you can get the same papers. It is quite possible that when we are extracting the Excel file with the help of the Web of Science, then we might get the uh, same papers as well. There is somebody whose mic is on. Can you please switch it off? Everybody, please switch off your mics. I think Tejal ji, your no, this is not. Somebody's mic is on. I request everyone to please switch off their mics. Okay, so this is the next step. Just look at this. Like we are moving like this. Let me repeat this again. In this case, this is one of my papers where I have taken the records from both the databases, that is Web of Science and Scopus. So these are the two main databases that you can use, right? And you can use the both of them together, right? So if you're using both of them together, so there can be duplication. So at this stage we have removed the duplications, right? So only articles from the journals were, right? So just look at this, articles in press that we have excluded, records that has been excluded. So articles in press, articles from other discipline, duplicates from each key term used within the same data. The total articles removed is 150. So I told you when we have limited our searches, you remember this? So this is what where you have to mention each and everything. Please understand, when we are writing the paper with the help of systematic literature review, so you have to mention each and everything, how you proceed. The first thing is, let me tell you this thing. The When we are talking about the Prisma model, you have to talk about everything, like total articles initially that you have got, let's say 200. So articles removed. So all this information, let me take you to the previous this thing of ours. Let me take you. Okay, so here we have done this now. So this is what we started with. So we had total papers 475, subject area. So we have selected the some subject area, limit kiya tha. We have limited our subject area also. So after that screening, we have got 295 documents. फिर next screening that we did for articles, the effective articles, फिर then the number comes out to be 182. Language English, then the paper come out to be 169. So this is how we proceed, right? So when we are talking about the Prisma model here, so we are talking about each and every step. So each and every step is to be talked about here, right? So last May, this is the record screen for duplicates between Scopus and Web of Science, and after that uh, the total number of articles that has been left is number 43, right? So So this is, you have to talk about records excluded, how many of the records that has been excluded, and how many have been kept. So each and every information, that how you proceeded, how you go for it, so this has to be mentioned in the Prisma model. So this is your Prisma model. I hope this is clear to all. Please raise your hand if it is clear to all. Okay, nice. So okay, let me take you another way. Okay, this is my another student model. So you can make some corrections. You can make some, you can change this diagram accordingly as well. So like she has also made a diagram like this, the Prisma model, Prisma framework. So you can also design based on how you want to go for it. The final article, this is another student's paper. This is on impact investing, right? So the final article she selected was 41. Can you see to it? And she has written everything. Papers, records identified using the keyword. Now um, she has worked in a different manner. Records identified using the keywords impact investing and impact investment in Scopus, and total articles that we got was 165 articles, right? So after that screening, records kitne exclude kiye? 32, and then we are left with the 109 articles. And then articles only from ABDC ranked journal were selected. So records excluded 67, so 42 were left. So again, duplicacy. So she has taken it from Web of Science and Scopus as well. So removed final article selected after duplicacy check, that is 41 articles. So this is how you have to work. You have to move for the Prisma model, right? And let me show you one important thing as well. uh, when we are working with this, ओहो इसमें सारे नहीं आए ना शायद. Okay, okay, let me take you to this. You know what you have to do. This is another Prisma model. This is another. So you can make a different. You can do a little bit changes in the Prisma model according to yourself. I want to show you something. Let me just give me a minute. There's one table that is very interesting. Policy related Nalon. I don't know. I'm not able to see that. I'm sorry, but एक minute. Let me. What I'm trying to tell you is how. Okay, this model. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you is, this person. This is another paper. You know, the more diagrams you made into your paper to make this, to make your study more visible, it will make your study more visible. The more diagrams that we make, it will create good impact on the editor. Just look at this. So what he has done, so uh he has written it there as well. When he is writing it, so he has written in the introduction also research question. But what he has done is, to make it more visible to the editor, so he has defined the research questions again over here in this diagram. So he has said ki, like, he moved this way for this paper. That is, first aspect is defining the research question. Second is establishing the scope and boundaries of review. So just look at this scope of the study, what they have taken for the journals, conceptual boundaries, what are the keywords that they have used, and what is the study time period. So can you see it is more visible? You don't need to see the paper, but just by looking at this diagram you can see so many things, है ना? So look, activity 1, what he has done: identifying the study population using the keyword and boolean, screening the population, again quality criteria. So what he is trying to tell you is, everything he has mentioned it with the help of a diagram. So when we are talking about an SLR paper, so you also, what you have to do is you also try to make more and more diagrams into your paper to increase your visibility, right? So just look at this, the how many diagrams they have made, right? So how many figures. There is one paper of mine as well, let me show you that paper to make it visible, so this is the paper that we had done with one of my fellow colleagues, and he is in foreign country. So he told us to work like this. Just let me show you. So many tables, that antecedent table, key antecedent of motivation factors. Like I told you yesterday, financial factor is my key antecedent. References, kahan se liye financial factors, which study includes the financial factors and key findings of this financial factors, right? And this is another table that we you can see, and this is the key factors identified antecedent key factors. This is the decisions table. Antecedent is there, decision is there, key references and key findings. Just look at this, and this is the study implications. So he told us to write the study implication as well in the form of a table. Just look at this. So we have made a table for the, we have done the writing part as well. So please understand this thing. What I'm trying to tell you is this is the final manuscript. So, it has come out to be a very, very long manuscript, and he made us work like anything. Let me show you this here. This is the manuscript, right? So you can see it consists of 11,000 words, more than 11,000. And, so we have done the writing part also. Just look at this. This is the outcome. Acha, this must not be the full paper. Acha, okay, nahi, this is the discussion part. And then is the implications. Just look at this implications of the study. So we have put this in writing as well, the theoretical implication, and we have made the table as well. So to give to because the table or the figures that this stand out, and just by looking at the figures in the tables, you can make out what the authors has done. Similarly, like the way, if the student has made tables or they have made diagrams, the paper is more acceptable, right? And we know, and we give full marks. So there are more chances if you make more and more of the tables. Writing part is okay, but if you make more and more of the tables, then it gives you an edge over the others things. So implication of the study, just look at this. So we made the tables and the figures with respect to only, so we have written the managerial implication, so we have added the table and the figures as well, right? So this is the most important part. So he told us when we are writing paper, so implications of the study is the most important part, and you correlate it with the help of a theory. So let me write it down. This is what he told us: when we are writing the implications of the research, you this correlate this with theory. So this is what he told us. This one of that he is my colleague, and his name is Vikas, Dr. Vikas. So he told us implications of the research. When we are writing the implication of the research, correlate it with some theory, right? So this is what he made us do, and we have really put in so much of efforts into this. I can't tell you. Matlab, it was like we have really worked hard on this paper. That is impact investing. I hope it is clear till now. Please raise your hands if it is clear. Any questions till now?
Ma'am, can you please explain what do we write in implication and discussion both?
Discussion is a short summary of your data analysis part. Let me write it here. Discussion is a short summary of your data analysis part. You have made an elaboration, like you have gone for the TCCM model, you have gone for the ADO model. So here, all these in brief is to be written in the data analysis part, right? Data analysis part में a brief summary of your data analysis part comes here. Implication of the research is how does this, how, what is the use of this research, and who is going to, who is going to make use of your research paper, why you have done this research paper, what is the use, and who is going to make use of. Like हम normally क्या कहते हैं, policy makers, government, this is what we say, right? So this is how we talk about the implications of the study or implication of a research work. So this is what we do in the implications part, and try to correlate it with some theory. Let me see if it is there or not in the actual paper. It should be there. Yeah, just look at this. Yeah, so this is the implication. When we have written the implication part, this is the implication. Ek minute. Huh. Yeah, look at this contribution to the new theory of the motivation. So we have made use of this theory, need theory of motivation, in the context of impact investing. So this paper is on impact investing. Just look at this, the diagrams that we have made. This is a single paper, right? The need theory of motivation we have talked about. So what are the goals? What are the research gaps? Theory, right? And so this is how we have written the implications of the study. Yeah, this is right, and this is the theory part that we have written over here. So this is another diagram onto this. This is figures, this is table. This is another study implication, taxation policy, standardization of legal procedures with the help of this study. So this is going to be useful for these many people: policymakers, impact investors, impact investee, who for whom this study on impact investment is going to be useful. For policymaker, impact investors, impact investee. So this is what you have to write in the study implication part. I hope it is clear.
Ma'am, just a quick question actually. Have
Hanji?
you developed any template for SLR? Something
No,
on the Word document? I'm just curious
no, I have
to
not.
understand. Okay, no,
Template I have not done. No
all right.
template till now.
Yeah,
So, but I think there is no need. Like there is this. This is what I have written here. Like
yeah. I mean, the idea was more from the first time people who are actually writing SLR, they can
so you can
actually follow
copy
some
this. So
templatized
you can
approach.
copy this. Like this is what I have
Absolutely, that is what I
given.
was thinking. Yeah,
I hope this will be useful, and you can take the help of the different papers that have already shown you right now.
sure, ma'am. Thanks.
Right? So
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am. There's a old Prisma framework and a new one.
no. What you
So,
have to do, you can modify this Prisma framework accordingly. It is not compulsory that you have to follow the strict rules for developing a Prisma model, but you can make changes in the Prisma model accordingly. Like I have shown you na different kind of Prisma models.
yes, ma'am, there's a new template for Prisma which is a little more complicated.
I think you can make design that according to yourself. Like I have shown you in this paper. Look at this. Like this person, what he has done is uh, he has talked here only, na. He did not make the Prisma model, but what he has done is research methodology part. He has explained it through this. So it depends on you how you have to make it. Just look at
Okay,
this.
ma'am.
It depends on you how you want to continue, how you want to make it. Like this is another model they have designed to make the how many studies are included, excluded, what criteria. So it depends on you how you want to go ahead with it.
All right.
Okay, so let's start with the today now the next session, that is on the bibliometric analysis. So let's start with it. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the bibliometric analysis. So for this, let me tell you one thing. Let me open my PPT. Okay. For this, bibliometric analysis can be done. You can do the bibliometric analysis. Like, let me show you a paper with respect to that. This is one of my paper that I've already done. So bibliometric analysis, mein what you have to do, you have to create these diagrams and you have to do the analysis. I'll tell you how we go for it and how do we. I'm just showing it to you, like most relevant words in your study. So this is one diagram, right? So total papers, authors, all the information, this kind of information. So these kind of graphs that you make when we are talking about the bibliometric analysis, right? So this can be done. Bibliometric analysis, you can do it with the help of BiblioShiny software. Software used can be BiblioShiny और वॉस व्यूअर. मतलब मुझे यही पता है, और भी होते हैं, बट आई नो दीज टू. एंड बिब्लियोशाइनी आई लाइक, राइट? So I worked on this software that is called as a BiblioShiny. So BiblioShiny, let me tell you one thing. BiblioShiny is a software created by R. Language R, this software R. This, yes. Do we know about R?
No, madam.
Okay, so this is okay. So R is basically let me show you. Let me take you to this place. This is in R software. Uh, you, जैसे it is a any software, like there is a software called as SPSS. There is a software called as AMOS. There's a software that is called as PLSM. है ना? So maybe you must be knowing about these softwares. So there is another software. These all software are paid software. ये जितने भी software हैं सब paid हैं. But if you talk about the R software, this is free of cost. It can be downloaded from the internet itself, right? R software can be downloaded from the internet, free of cost. So let me show you. There are two steps to install this R. सबसे first आपको you have to install, you have to type this onto the Google. Like, let me show you this. So what you have to do is you have to type it here, this cran.r projects, right? So like it is for window, download R for Windows. So this is the first thing that you have to do, and you have to, it will start downloading if you click onto this, right? Once you have installed R, let me repeat this again. There are two things that you have to install when you are installing R. First is install R, and just Google me, you go to the Google and type this command. So you will get this screen and you click onto this, it will start downloading. So this is the first step that you will be doing when you are installing the R. What is the second step? This is the first. Next you have to install the rstudio.com. So this is another step that you will be doing. This is the first step. Once it is downloaded, then you go for rstudio.com. So this is the another software. This is the another like part of it. Download RStudio, right? So you click onto this. It will take you somewhere. Okay. So download and install R. So here, if you click onto this, it will start downloading, right? Once it is installed, so what you can do is you type it here, RStudio. So it will come here. So click onto this and this program will start like this. This is your R Studio, right? So you don't need to understand this R Studio. What There are only three commands that you need to type in here. So these three commands, that's it. So these are the three commands that you have to type in here. I'll send you the commands as well, don't worry. So what I will do is I'll send you these commands. I'll send you these. So it is written here only. These are the three commands that you have to write into this window and select it and click on this button called as run. Right? So what will happen? You'll get a screen in the Google like this. I hope it is clear to everyone. सबको समझ आ रहा है?
बट मैम ये कमांड डालने से पहले हमें कुछ फाइल्स वगैरह अपलोड करनी पड़ेगी इस पे?
नहीं नहीं, कुछ नहीं करना.
ओके.
आप सिंपल यही करोगे तो इट विल बी डन. क्योंकि दिस इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर दैट रन्स थ्रू इंटरनेट. ये सॉफ्टवेयर इंटरनेट के थ्रू रन हो रहा है. यू कैन सी दिस इज, यहाँ गूगल है ना, यहाँ पे लाइक दिस इज अ गूगल, दिस इज ओपन हेयर. तो इट वर्क्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ द इंटरनेट. ये विंडो खुलेगी. विंडो लेट मी, एक मिनट, लेट मी टेक यू हेयर, लेट मी रन दिस, लेट मी रन इट हेयर. So it will work like this. And we don't need to remember R as well into this. Look at this. So it automatically takes me to a Google website. So it is with the address this. Can you see this screen? So this is the screen that we will get. Shiny, the Shiny app for bibliometrics. So here we have to start with this. You go to the data.
And then load data, correct?
Load data. So on the right side, please choose what to do. Import raw file. Import raw file. Database. Yesterday's Scopus file we will take. Database file Scopus. Right? So browse, we have to browse it. Yesterday file I'm taking. So it is taking me to that path itself. So I click onto the Scopus. ये 169 data जो था ना. So we will be taking that. Let me show you this. You remember this? So with the help 169 ka data. So this is the raw file. Please don't do anything into this file. This file will be used as it is. Don't make any changes in it. Don't add or subtract anything. The raw file is to be used when we are talking about the bibliometric analysis. Please don't make any changes, right? So this is a raw file.
CSV file, right? Yeah.
Yes. Raw matlab without making any changes. CSV file, yes, or Excel file, whatever.
Ma'am, this is the same file which we have exported yesterday in the CSV format.
Yes, yes, yes. Click onto the start. Yes, this is that file only. This file, just remember this. This is the file. What I'm trying to tell you is don't make any changes. It will take the raw CSV file as it is without making any changes.
Yeah, just a quick question, ma'am. Sorry. So
Mhm.
suppose you want to ABDC the way you did that ABDC thing, and to figure out the relevant journals from which the data is coming. We do some manipulation outside of Scopus analysis. Then we how to make that file raw back again. I mean, the idea is that there is a subset of these documents that I'm interested in, not all 169, because of the ABDC ranking, which is not possible in
इसको
Scopus.
delete कर दो. आप उसको
हाँ,
एक एक रो डिलीट करते रहो ना.
got it.
If
ठीक
you
है मैम,
think it is
समझ
not, if you think it is
गया.
not, मतलब don't make any other changes into this file.
Got it. Got it.
Just don't remove this row, sorry, column, or don't remove this issue. So it will use this file as it is. Let it take the file as it is, but you can delete the row. मतलब वो तो बिल्कुल ही पूरा ही data remove हो जाएगा ना. So the point is, you can remove the row and you can delete the number of papers, but do not remove any column.
Got it,
Do
ma'am.
not
Thanks.
delete any information with respect to all the information like volume, issue, article number, page start, page. Don't remove anything from here. You can delete the row, right? So let me click. So now the you can see it is excellent. Most of the things are excellent here and good. Authors, document type, journal, everything is good, right? So this is where, this is, that is why I told you not to remove anything, any column from there, because it is taking everything. Just look at this: authors, document types, journal, language, publication year. So everything is required. Whatever it is required, we should not delete any column from it, right? So
Is this
save
telling
it.
me? Is this telling me that it is more that the data quality is good, or the all the information as required is there?
Data quality is good. Matlab, all the information that is required by this
Hmm.
this
Shiny. Yeah.
software is complete for us.
Right.
So save to this and close. So you can see from here, so every article, all the information about each of the article is given here. Yes. Can you see to it? So this is, now with the help of this, we'll start making graphs. Okay, so let's start with it. We have already loaded the data. This is the first step. Now let's view the overview. So here there are different options that you can see. And with the help of the options, you will be making the graphs, right? And now I think you can understand the difference between the two. Okay, let me start with it. Like, let's say I have clicked on the main information. So you can see the main information. Just let me take you here. So I want every one of you to read this time span. Our data time span is from 2005 till 2023. Journals, books, etc. 72. Documents 169. Annual growth rate 23. So all the information about the papers is given over here. Main information about the data is here. So this is now, okay, let me tell you here. So again, now is the topic that is called as a bibliometric analysis. So let me tell you to this. First is again in the introduction part. Second is the research methodology part. Third is the data analysis. And fourth is the discussion you can write and implications and conclusion. Right? So this is the structure of a paper, right? Again, in the introduction, when you are ending it, you can write the research question over here as well. Now, to data analysis part mein, you will start with, I'll tell you the research methodology part as well. I'll tell you later on. Data analysis mein, I have already told you this. So this is the first diagram that you can put into your data analysis part, that the main information, right? So you can download this. You can download this in the Excel file. Just let me show you. So can you see? So I have got the Excel file. Whatever we were seeing here, whatever we were seeing here, over here. So we get all the information into the Excel file. है ना? You can see this, and you can paste this first diagram into your this thing here. Let me show you to my complete paper. When I did the paper, let me show you to the look at this main information. So what is important is table to we have already put. Now you have to put the information in the writing part. Can you see? So look at this. What I have written. The main information about the data includes the time span 2014 to 2023. So it is from here. Sources of data is 145. So this is documents 295. Average years from publication is this. So you have to mention in the writing part each thing about the table. So this is the beauty of it. So you will get the tables, right? You will get the graphs, good graphs, है ना? Good information. But what you have to do is you have to do the analysis part of these tables and the figures. So in bibliometric, what is important? You get the very good graphs. Let me show you another graph. This is most relevant. We will be doing it as well. So this is another graph, right? So this is another graph that we got from the bibliometric analysis. So, but what is more important? So this all comes into the data analysis part, right? And what is the topic? That is a thematic evolution. So thematic evolution. So what is important is the way you write it. This is what is the important part. I hope everybody is able to understand. Please raise your hands if you are able to understand. Why I wanted to ask the participant is let me so that I can understand that you are able to clearly
So,
understand what I'm
yeah,
showing.
ma'am, data analysis, that will come in the discussion, right? The write up of the table.
No, data analysis part only.
Okay.
The write-up will come in the
The
discussion will
summary will
only
come
the
in the
brief
discussion.
discussion consists of only the brief summary, brief things about the data analysis. But data tables and summary, matlab summary in the sense, the writing part basically explaining what I'm trying to tell you is explaining this table. We have made this diagram, so you have to explain this diagram as well in the data analysis part only. So this is most important. So how you explain the things is the most important thing. You got that?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely.
So this is the first table. Next is annual scientific production plot, and you can get the table as well. So these are the look. Our data is from 2005 to 2023. I feel right. So you can see from here initially the people were not aware of this topic, and so very less writing part till 2017, and 2018 onwards it grows up. So you can see the number of articles later on has increased, but till now from 2005 till 2016 very few people have wrought on this topic. So you can take out this as well, annual scientific production. So you are getting like the diagrams in the SLR that we made, you know. So in here you can get it very easily, the diagrams and everything you will get here. Plots also. So this is a plot again, right? So this is a figure, and if you want it in the table form, so you can get it into the table form. And if you want to import this, export this, so you can click onto the Excel and you'll get this file here. Look at this. So this is the file that you have got in Excel file. So the information will be, you'll get the information in the Excel file. Fine. So every citation per year. So this is the plot figure form, and if you want to see the table, so you can see the table also over here. So this is mean total citation per article. mean total citation per year and citable years. So you can use these tables, all the tables in your paper and explain. But try to go for a good graphs. These are very basic graph, right? So let's take some technical graphs, right? So this three field plot graph, this is very interesting. So we can take this graph, three field plot. तो यहाँ पर there will be three dimensions on which we will be talking about. Let me author की country ले लेते हैं इधर. I'll show you how we go for it. Look at this. What it is showing, that is, this is three field plot graph. So my suggestion to all of you will be, you go for this graph as well when you are talking about, when you are writing your paper. So what are the three fields that we have used? First is the author's country. You can see this is a Brazil, Poland, Spain, Romania. So these are the main countries. These are the name of the authors, and this is the this is the keywords, right? So what it is showing now, you can see from here, it is linking this Brazil company, Brazil country. This is showing that this person, or Seto RJ, he's from Brazil. It means, if this is thick, if this is tall, long, ये बड़ा है ना, ये जैसे box, this is also, this is smaller, but this is a bigger box. So it means many authors are from Poland who has written the work on the sustainable finance. So our topic was sustainable finance. So what does this? So this is what you have to mention when you are writing it for this three field plot graph. Let me repeat this again. When we
Yeah.
are writing for the three field plot graphs, we have to write it like this. Like there are many people, there are many authors who have written, who are from Brazil, and they have written on the topic sustainable finance. And सबसे पहले you will start with Poland, because the size of this box seems to be bigger, the biggest in fact. So most of the people are from Poland. They have written, and similarly, sustainable finance is the most important keyword, because you can see the size of the box is the maximum in this case. Then is the sustainable development, green bonds, and sustain. So you have to see the link between these three, all these three. So this kind of a graph, you can make use of this kind of a graph in your paper, and you have to write it properly. So let me tell you, I can
Now,
give you.
ma'am, can I ask a question here? Can I select the dimensions of that graph, or
Yes,
or is
but
it
from the
only
specified, no, from the specified things only. So there are three things. इसके अंदर से you can authors,
got it?
affiliation, country, keyword,
Okay.
titles, abstract. So if
I missed out
abstract,
that.
that doesn't make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
तो यही मुझे लगता है references doesn't, पूरे पूरे references आ जाएंगे. That doesn't make sense.
Keywords, probably, how many keywords have been common across different countries?
Yeah, so this is what we have taken, no, already. Sustainable finance, sustainable development, green bonds.
Super. Thanks, ma'am.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम.
हाँ जी.
मैम जैसे आपने बताया कि पोलैंड में मीन्स ज्यादा ऑथर है, बट पोलैंड वाला जैसे हम देख रहे हैं तो वो लाइंस तो 3 तक ही जा रही है, जैसे फ्लिपैक, बैक एंड जेबा, बट ब्राजील वाला है वो 4 से कनेक्ट हो रहा है.
बट आप ये देखो ना कि इनका भी जो साइज है वो बड़ा है. एक मिनट. आई नीड टू चेक दिस. या यू आर राइट. लेट मी चेक दिस आउट. एक बार मैं इसको देख के बताती हूँ आपको.
ओके मैम.
I, एक minute. चलो anyways I'll tell you this later on है ना तो so this is how you have to write this. And one more thing I would like to tell you, these are the papers, these are the two very good papers. These papers, I'll tell you, let me tell you my story. When I was given an assignment to write on this bibliometric analysis, so why I'm trying to tell you to motivate all of you is I've never written a paper using the bibliometric analysis. So one of the friends, one of my colleagues, he told me, "Would you be able to write the paper on the bibliometric analysis?" You won't believe what I did was I did the hit and trial. He gave me those two files. I asked him to give me two files as a sample file. Uh, uh, so that I can copy that. So I can make use of those. You won't believe this is the paper that I have written. This all information, this all information, everything, I have done this data analysis part by myself. And I this is the first paper that I have written on the bibliometric analysis, and this is in the month of June. So what I'm trying to tell you is like with the help of paper, with the help of the this thing, like if you are determined in your mind that you have to write it, right? So nobody can stop you from doing that. So this is my earnest request to all of you is you also go for the things, you take the challenging task and you will be able to write it only with the help of these two papers. He gave me two papers, right, as a sample paper. So I make use of these sample papers, and with the help of these sample paper I write this paper, the analysis part of my paper, the whole paper. Just look at this. This is what I have done, and this is my first paper without any help. So I took the help from the YouTube videos, I took the help from these the PDF files, but I did it myself. The whole paper I did that myself, right? The analysis part has to be good, but this is what is important. You will get the diagrams, there is no doubt about it. You'll get very beautiful diagrams in this. But what is important is uh, like you have to be very particular when you are writing about this. So this is the most important part. You won't believe me, I really loved writing these parts. And बहुत मजा आया इस पेपर को करके. I made the time slices and all that. So let's move ahead on to this. ये मैं आपको बताती हूँ अभी. Next is not the sources because there are some things that is not very important. So I'll skip something. मतलब इसमें बहुत कुछ है, but I'll tell you today the most important things, right? So next is the most relevant authors. So you can see this into the uh, plot form, that is a figure form or the table form, right? The people who have written the articles, like he has written, this person has written the three articles, this person has written two, 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 and so on, right? So this is next is most relevant affiliation. Which university they belong to? So these are the universities they belong to, and the people are number of people from this is five. So let me take you to into a table. This university has five articles. The authors from matlab five authors are there from this university. Again five, like this, right? So this is the most relevant affiliation. Next is not important. Next is the, let me show you, conceptual structure. Next go to the conceptual structure. Co-occurrence network. I hope it is getting clear to all of you. सबको क्लियर हो रहा है ये चीज? Please raise your hands if it is clear. Any other question, any other query?
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम.
हाँ जी.
मैम जैसे हम वॉस वीवर में CSV फाइल्स डाल के हम जैसे ये चेक कर सकते हैं कि ये कीवर्ड्स हैं जो यूज हो चुके हैं एंड ये कीवर्ड्स हैं जिनके ऊपर अभी काम नहीं हुआ है. तो ऐसे ही क्या हम आर सॉफ्टवेयर का
हाँ, इसमें
यूज
एक
करके.
diagram है. There is a diagram over here. I'll show you. I'll show you that diagram as well. I'll show you. Okay, next is just give me a minute. पहले एक बार यहाँ पे ये कर ले हम, फिर उसके बाद we'll do, right?
Okay.
This is the co-occurrence network, right? So this is like this blue color. There are different colors, right? So one color represent one like this is sustainable finance, right? So all these terms, all these words are related to sustainable finance. Next, you can see a different color altogether, financial innovation. So it's a different zone actually. So this is a different like you can see here. So this is another, that is sustainable investing, blue economy and blue finance. So this is of different colors, so you have to, this is another zone. Like our keywords, what it is being done here is like the papers are divided on the basis of the keywords. So the different colors, like this is one color, this is another color, this is another, right? So what you have to do is like let me show you this over here. This is a total one, right? This is a total, like this is one color, so it belongs to one segment. So these keywords are related to each other. So another color, that is a green color, this is related to each other. So this is another, this is another, so this is another. So you have to explain this differently. Like इसमें how do we go for it? Like इसके अंदर है cluster one. So it is, what I have done is I have taken a screenshot of this. I have taken a screenshot of this and pasted it into the Word file, and one cluster I took and I took a photograph and then I pasted it here. So this is one cluster. So you have to explain this one cluster. Another cluster you have to explain. Another cluster. So this is how you have to explain about the different clusters that you got from this, right? So what we are trying to tell you, what is this diagram tries to tell us, कि with the help of different मतलब the main topic is our sustainable finance and sustainable investing. तो उसके अंदर what is the main keywords and what are the different groups of the keywords. So this talks about this diagrams talks about that. Next is the thematic map. Okay. Okay. So this is another important diagram. So you have to explain this. Like again, it is showing this cluster. So they are divided into 4 parts. You know, these are the look. These are motor theme, basic theme, emerging or clinic themes, and this is the niche themes. So you have to see what are the different words that is used into this rectangle. What are the words that is being used in this rectangle, and this rectangle. So how you have to explain this, let me show you here. Look at this. ये time slice के according है. This is look at this. Omni-channel management, consumer, they lies in quadrant 1. These themes are important and well developed. So if we talked about the first quadrant, so these are the different quadrants, right? So these are the different quadrants. So you have to talk about the different quadrants. So these are the different quadrant 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the niche themes, this is the motor themes. Motor ये सब ना you have to, एक minute. जो फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट है, so the themes that are less developed and emerging themes include this. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? Consumer behavior, it means that this theme is important and well
Niche theme means less developed.
हाँ, yeah, एक minute. Look at this.
Just a quick question. From a theme, can we go to the respective paper? Is there a or
यहाँ पर नहीं, यहाँ पर आपको ऐसे नहीं पता लगेगा. No, you won't be able to look on to the paper from here. No. पेपर का नहीं पता लगेगा because this is a diagram that it is giving, so we won't be able to know.
So ma'am, this diagram is based on the keyword, right? So if I have to search, suppose greenwashing was mentioned there in the lower bottom corner.
Yes.
So something on greenwashing, if I have to find out taxonomies, so I have to, these are the keywords, right? So I'll have to go to the Excel raw data and
Yes.
look at the keyword column and get the paper, right? Okay.
Yes, ये है इधर वैसे. एक minute, let me check this.
So just like that, ma'am, just trying to
Yeah,
understand.
it is there.
Okay.
You need to check this out. But this is what is important. Like, you know, this diagram is important, and this is what you have to explain when you are talking about this only. So these have specific meaning, like motor themes, basic themes. Like basic themes means those are commonly used. It means that this is important and developed. Next is quadrant 4 में जो लाई करते हैं, that is the promising themes. They are important but underdeveloped and therefore hold the possibility. Look at this. So each of the themes, एक मिनट, look at this, यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है, ये रहा. Motor themes, look at this. Yes, these are the motor themes which exhibits high level of centrality and density. They are commonly referred as the motor themes. They hold significant importance and have been thoroughly developed. Motor themes have been thoroughly developed. So these themes, you have to write it like this, right? And second may, they refer to as the niche themes. So what does it mean? Significant development, however, they appear to be disconnected from one another. This is what it is. Third quadrant may, they are called as the emerging themes. So this is what the emerging themes are. These themes exhibit a lack of elaboration and are yet to attain significant prominence. So this is what your third quadrant is, and this is your fourth. That is a promising themes means this. So this is how you have to define that. And this is what the important, these themes are deemed significant but underdeveloped. So this is how, these are the four quadrant, right? So these are the four quadrant, and this is how you have to explain it. I hope this is clear now. So these are the four quadrants, right? So every quadrant has like basic theme, motor themes, niche themes, or emerging. So you have to see what are, in which category do they lined up, and you have to write accordingly. So you can write it like this as well. So you need to define what all the themes are and what all the themes come into the different categories. So this is another diagram that you can make. That is called as a thematic mapping of the occurrence of the keyword. I hope this is clear. Should I repeat this again?
Yes, ma'am. Please repeat this.
Okay, so what we have done is, this is a thematic map. Thematic maps consist of four quadrant. This motor theme, this is called as a motor theme quadrant. It means what? It means these themes, these keywords belongs to these themes are called as the motor themes. These themes, sustainable finance, green bond, green finance, these are the basic themes, right? They comes into the category of the basic theme. Emerging is the China, right? And niche themes is the these themes, right? Development banks, public finance. So these are the niche. So what exactly does it mean? So it means motor themes means significant importance and they have been thoroughly developed. So these themes, motor themes, they have been hold significant importance and have been thoroughly developed. Second, niche themes means what? Their significant development, however, they appear to be disconnected from one another. We can see it from here as well. So these themes, development banks and public finance. So it is there. This is fintech. So this niche themes, right? So this is the next quadrant, niche themes. So isme, however, they appear to be disconnected from one another. Niche themes are disconnected from one another. So what we see here is, of course, if we talk about sustainable finance, if we talk about sustainable development, so when we are talking about the keywords, that is a development bank and public finance and fintech. So these are the climate development finance. So this is another quadrant that is called as the niche themes. So these are the different themes. Next is the emerging themes. These themes exhibit a lack of elaboration and are yet to attain significant prominence, right? And the last is the are deemed significant but underdeveloped and therefore possess the you have like more emerge after that you have to keywords are able to see into these quadrants. The keywords as well, these keywords, all the keywords that you can see here, so you have to mention that, right? All the keywords into each quadrant, whatever the keywords are there in each quadrant, you have to mention that along with the, like, it is a motor theme or it is a basic or it is emerging or it is niche. I hope it is clear.
मैम जैसे ये डेटा एनालिसिस में हमारी थीम्स आई है, तो क्या हम इसको डिस्कशन पार्ट में लेके जाके फ्यूचर स्टडीज को ये रिकमेंड कर सकते हैं कि
हाँ,
इस थीम
बिल्कुल,
की?
बिल्कुल, वेरी गुड थिंग, यस, डेफिनेटली यस, बिल्कुल कर सकते हो आप। निश थीम्स को स्पेशली कर सकते हो बिकॉज यू कैन सी डेवलपमेंट बैंक्स, पब्लिक फाइनेंस, हाँ, इन सबको कर सकते हो आप, दैट रिलेटेड टू द बेसिकली ये पेपर्स जो आपके निकले हैं दैट इज रिलेटेड टू दैट ऑफ द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट। तो द पब्लिक फाइनेंस रिलेटेड टू सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, तो ये इस तरह से रिलेट कर रहा है इसको।
ओके मैम,
हैव यू गॉट
थैंक
माय
यू।
पॉइंट?
यस
क्योंकि
मैम।
इन आइसोलेशन नहीं होगा ये, पब्लिक फाइनेंस इन रिलेशन टू दैट ऑफ द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट।
ओके मैम।
So these topic definitely you can talk about, right? So this is a very good diagram. You must make this, right? And let me tell you one thing. जो basic diagrams हैं, जैसे author, country, and all that, try avoiding use those tables. That is not very important. So what you should go for it, like these tables, like thematic maps, co-occurrence network, like these kind of maps, you should put in your paper, right? Most global cited documents, you can put this as well. There's a word cloud. This is interesting. You'll see this. एक मिनट, let me, ये भी अच्छा, I always like this. Let's take a author keyword over here and then do this. Look at this. So you can see this is the word cloud. This is also a very good diagram and you should make it. And the most visible keyword is the sustainable finance, right? So
You had used these two keywords in your search.
yes,
So it is automatically giving you that, right?
yes, maybe that way. But मैंने and भी लगाया था ना. I have
हाँ
put
जी।
and into this. सस्टेनेबल हमने डेवलपमेंट डाला था. वी हैव पुट सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट एंड सस्टेनेबल फाइनेंस
And
और ग्रीन
or
और
green.
ग्रीन बॉन्ड्स.
Correct. Yeah.
You remember?
Ma'am, does it remove the stop words, which is why and is missing?
Which is Mitzi?
Does it remove the stop words? Like while developing a word cloud, we use what is known as stop words. So stop words are like and or and.
हाँ,
So
no,
does
no,
it?
no, 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 no. What does it mean? It means जो आपने वर्ड यूज किया था ना, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, राइट? तो एंड का सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट एंड सस्टेनेबल फाइनेंस, राइट? तो इसका मतलब है अगर आपने एंड यूज किया है तो इट मींस the paper has to have both the keywords, only then it will take that paper. And means that, और मीन्स होता है
Okay.
और मीन होता है ग्रीन फाइनेंस. ये तो सॉरी ग्रीन बॉन्ड्स. सो दैट इज ओनली अ नॉर्मल. ये तो आप उसको यूज करते हो, मतलब इन ये दोनों एंड उसके लिए यूज होता है. And is used for that, or is also used, matlab all those papers who have a word called as a green bond will be taken irrespective sustainable development or sustainable finance. The paper that has a keyword called as green bonds, that will automatically be taken. But if both the terms has to be used in the paper, sustainable development and sustainable finance at the same time. So this is what exactly it means, right? So नेक्स्ट है आपका ट्री मैप. इसी को यू कैन सी इट इनटू द ट्री फॉर्म एज वेल. यू कैन सी हियर. So these are the most important things. What else is left? Is there anything that is important is left? एक मिनट, अगर एक डायग्राम और लेट मी ट्राई इफ कम्स आउट टू बी. ये इसमें ऑब्जेक्ट में एक मिनट. थीमेटिक मैप आ गया है. थीमेटिक एवोल्यूशन इज डन. एक मिनट. ये भी एक मिनट. दिस इज ऑल्सो गुड. थीमेटिक एवोल्यूशन. यहाँ पर व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज ऑथर कीवर्ड and cutting points 2 years, right? So let's see how it takes. So this is another diagram that will come. Okay. Okay. So how it has done is, this is thematic evolution. This is another interesting diagram. So how the themes or the keywords that has evolved over the different time periods. 2005 to 2021 to 2022 to 22 this year, and 2000, because इसमें our papers, ये इसमें शुरू में पेपर्स कम थे ना. सो यहाँ ऑलमोस्ट यहीं से ज्यादा पेपर्स हुए हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट हैज डिवाइडेड दिस अकॉर्डिंगली. सो दिस इज नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट फॉर दिस, राइट? सो यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन फॉर दिस एज वेल कि लाइक 2005 to 21. ठीक है. So you have to see like how it has evolved. Green bonds. ये कुछ गड़बड़ आ रही है. This is not the correct one. अच्छा, इसने ओह ये इसको रिमूव करना पड़ेगा. एक ले रहा है ग्रीन बॉन्ड्स, एक ले रहा है ग्रीन बॉन्ड. ओके, सो वी नीड टू चेक दिस आउट. इसने वैसे ले लिया इसे. ग्रीन फाइनेंस, ग्रीन फाइनेंस, लाइक 2022 में भी ये टर्म यूज हो रही है. 2023 में दिस टर्म इज गेटिंग यूज्ड, and 2005 till 2021. So these are the terms that is being used, and over the time period 22 में, so this has started using green finance, sustainable development, more of it. ESG, we are using more of ESG terms, and in the 2023 sustainable finance, sustainable development, green finance, renewable energy, green bond, green economy. Can you see to this? So in 2023, what are the keywords that is getting used? So these are the keywords that is getting used. So you can write it over here. Let me show you to this as well, how to do the writing part of this as well. अच्छा ये दूसरा वाला है. एक minute. This is three field plot. Thematic evolution. It was there. I don't know. I think I've written onto era. ये हाँ ये रहा ना. Okay. So this is about the time slice 2 from 2020 to 21. This is my paper. I'm talking about this. No, this is a different one. No, it is not this one. I don't know. I think I've written it. Anyways, ये था क्या? हाँ, ये right. Okay. Okay. So how you explain this diagram? That is a thematic evolution. So just look at this. Like in stage 1, 2014 to 19, the important keywords include this, right? Whereas in stage 2, so these are the important keywords. Stage 3 में these are the important keywords, right? फिर the most important keyword in all of the 4 stages include this. So this is how you have to write. So notable lack of correlation between the stage 1 and stage 2 with a mere 2 shared keywords. So you have to write it like this. So you have to explain everything. Whatever you are seeing in a diagram, you have to explain it, right? Whatever. So, like, so you have to define this stage keywords, then this stage, then this stage, and then this stage. So you have to then correlate whether this stage correlates with this and with this and with this. So this is how you have to do the analysis of this figure. I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear. I सबको समझ में आई ये चीज? Okay, let me open myself for the question round. Any question?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you started with that original CSV file which you developed yesterday, right?
Yes.
Now, in that file, what uh, happened was that you have taken papers from Scopus and then
Mhm.
you filtered out some of the papers, like those English language and so on.
Yes, yes,
Filtering whatever is left, that we'll use for bibliometric analysis, right?
yes, yes. 169 papers.
Okay. But we do not have to mention, like in case of SLR, we not be required to mention that originally there were 400 papers and they
So,
filtered this and
no,
so and
research
so.
methodology part is important. Let me take you to that as well. हाँ, वो रह गया. Let me show you here. So this is how I have written the research methodology part of this. This my paper, right? So this is what I have written. Research questions. Look at this. The first field is the research. Exactly nahi. Research methodology mein what are the keywords that we have taken and what is the database that we have taken and bibliometric analysis for data analysis. Time period is this and research outcome is 4 time slices and all that. Jitne bhi whatever the outcomes of these research questions, so the research outcome will be this. So this is one way of depicting the research methodology. Let me take you to the another paper. This is another paper. Let me check what he has done. Yeah, look at this. So you can write it like this as well. Research methodology part mein. Look, search aim and scope of the study, this diagram, then your keyword search and how many documents, these many documents like this, then they filter for English language. So 8415, can you see to this or should I enlarge this, right? Let me increase the font size of this. So what they have written the next? English language journal. So it has come out to be 6755. Subject area, then they have filtered for this. And can you see how many articles they have taken for this bibliometric paper 6024, right? So this is how they have made the Prisma kind of a thing. And bibliometric analysis mein what they have done is performance analysis, publication, science mapping, temporal analysis, decade wise. Like, so you can see, like, this is another way of depicting this. So it depends on you how you want to go for it. There is another paper. So he gave me two paper. This is one paper, and okay, psychology and marketing, right? So this is another paper. These are very good papers, and I took the help from these papers to write my paper. Look at this methodology part. Let me show you this. So what they have done is, look at this. Assembling, they have divided the research methodology part into the 3 or 4 parts. That is called as the assembling. So every information that is being put here. Look at this, है ना? Then is arranging, and then is assessing. So they have divided the research methodology part into 3, and this is how they have elaborated this. This is arranging, right? So they have taken only English language, document types, articles and review, source type is journal, subject area. So this is what is the Prisma model. So you can make it like this as well. I hope this is clear.
Ma'am, one more question that in bibliometric analysis, do we use more papers as compared to SLR?
Yes, कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. You can do that because you don't have to do anything. The the software will make the diagrams for you. You only have to make the only have to write the analysis part.
All right,
So
thank you, ma'am.
yes. Any other question?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Yeah.
if
Just
if we
yeah.
want to find out the research gap or the potential topic for future research, then which theme will be helpful for us?
Which theme? No, I'm not able to understand. Like what?
Like if we talk about the thematic map, there are 4 themes.
अच्छा, quadrants. वो आप
Yes, ma'am.
quadrants you are talking. हाँ, so niche themes are the themes that is going to be upcoming themes, na? So you can work on to these themes.
But in a paper of Satish sir, I have read that basic themes and motor themes will be the research gap or future scope of studies. That is better for that.
Motor themes. Motor themes तो
Yes, ma'am.
motor themes. I don't think so.
Motor and basic themes.
Motor themes तो इसमें they are different, ना? Motor themes तो I don't know. Motor themes, what I have mentioned over here because of the bibliometric paper only. So they are the hold significant importance and they have been thoroughly developed. आप इस पे भी कर सकते हो. Look, what you can do is like research gap. तो you find the from the review of literature पे. From the review of literature, when you do the review of literature, then only you find the research gap, right? जैसे आपने कोई टॉपिक सोचा तो आपने उसको सर्च करना शुरू किया तो फिर उसके बाद जो फिर आपको पता लगता है ना कि आपका रिसर्च गैप कहाँ है तो आप बेसिकली करते हो और मोटर थीम्स में आप कर सकते हो इसमें क्या है दे आर डेवलप्ड थीम्स लुक आप इनमें से किसी भी कर सकते हो लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग मोटर थीम्स डेवलप्ड हैं बट उनका कोई एस्पेक्ट देयर मस्ट बी सम एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट दैट इज नॉट particularly developed so you can work on to the different aspect of like जैसे अगर थॉरली डेवलप्ड है जैसे उसमें ब्लू इकोनॉमी ब्लू बॉन्ड्स भी आ रहा है टॉपिक एक तो ब्लू बॉन्ड्स डेवलप्ड है बट उसका कुछ और एस्पेक्ट पे आप भी वर्क कर सकते हो जैसे आपने हो सकता है जो ज्यादा स्टडीज हैं वो अमेरिका में हुई हैं जो ज्यादा स्टडीज हैं वो यूरोप में हुई हैं बट इंडिया में कम हुई है सो यू कैन ऑलवेज गो फॉर दैट एज वेल
geographical
Like if we talk about niche themes, it means if they are developed and but not so relevant
Niche
in
themes
that
are not
if
relevant. डिसकनेक्टेड फ्रॉम वन अनदर मीन्स जो आपका मेन टॉपिक है उससे थोड़ा सा कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है बट दे आर द थीम्स दैट यू कैन ऑल्सो प्रोसीड फॉर दैट.
okay ma'am thank you.
Ma'am, I have just a very basic question, ma'am. Okay, please pardon me for that. The idea is that bibliometric analysis is just the analysis part. So reflection from the paper might not be the important aspect. It is more on the data set that you are analyzing. Is that the
Yes,
right understanding? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
So it's only the graphs and all that. So I think yesterday somebody asked me the difference between SLR and bibliometric. So I
Bibliometric.
think that point must be very much clear. I did not
Absolutely.
answer that question yesterday because कल समझाना थोड़ा tough हो जाता. But I think now you must have understood by now कि what
Very
is
well.
exactly the difference between the two.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have one more question.
जी.
When we are checking the quality of the data set initially, just after loading the Excel file, and if we get the data like the keywords is not good, like poor and critical, then we should move ahead with the topic or not. I mean to say, at what circumstances we should take the decision that this is the right topic or not on the behalf of the
No,
quality
it
of the
is
data
not
set.
like this. No, it is not like this. The topic you have to decide. The topic is to be decided by you on the basis. What you have to do is like you have to be very sure when you are extracting the papers from the scopus itself. यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ क्वालिटी चेक हो रहा है कि जो बिब्लियोशाइनी सॉफ्टवेयर को चाहिए इंफॉर्मेशन विद रिगार्ड्स टू द पेपर दैट इज देयर और नॉट दैट इज व्हाट
And
इट इज देयर बट व्हेन यू आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग कि आपका जो डेटा है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है या नहीं वो आपको देखना है एट द टाइम ऑफ व्हेन यू आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग द फाइल फ्रॉम द स्कोपस वहां पे आपको चेक होगा यहाँ पे तो ये देख रहा है सिर्फ इनिशियल जब आप अपलोड करते हो कि उसके पास ये जो इन्फॉर्मेशन उसको चाहिए वो पूरी है कि नहीं दिस इज व्हाट इट इज ट्राइंग टू चेक हेयर स्कोप
okay,
जब
ma'am.
आप बिब्लियोशाइनी में ले रहे हो तो यही चेक कर रहेगा ना बेटा जब आप स्कोपस डेटाबेस से लोगे तो ये रेलेवेंसी आपको चेक करनी है कि आपने जो पेपर्स अपने डाउनलोड करे हैं उसमें से वो आर दे रेलेवेंट टू योर थीम और नॉट आर दे रेलेवेंट टू
Like
योर टॉपिक और नॉट
like I have selected a topic and I have extracted the file also, but our studio is telling me that the keyword is not sufficient or keyword quality is very poor. So we should
तो
stop
नहीं आप
that
एक बार
at that
आप
point or
एक
move
आप बार
ahead.
जो स्कोपस आपकी जो स्कोपस की जो आपके कीवर्ड्स आपने सर्च वगैरह डाला था वो एक बार मेरे से शेयर करो एंड देन यू कैन डिस्कस इट विद मी एक बार उसको देखते हैं कि उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है
Okay, ma'am.
और कीवर्ड प्लस तो हमेशा ही वो जो इसमें दिखाता है ना जब व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द कीवर्ड प्लस तो वो हमेशा ही प्रॉब्लम दिखाता है हर के में दिखाता है लेकिन द ऑथर्स कीवर्ड है उसको ठीक दिखाता है आप वो चीज भी ऑब्जर्व करना नॉर्मली जो इसमें जब आप लेते हो बिब्लियोशाइनी में सॉफ्टवेयर में
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have one question. Uh,
हम्म
which journals to target, or which are the common journals which take such kind of bibliometric papers?
मैम दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू डिसाइड बाय योरसेल्फ बाय सीइंग द लिस्ट ऑफ द लाइक आपने जैसे सेकंड हैंड फैशन या इम्पैक्ट इन्वेस्टिंग पे लिखा है सो यू नीड टू सर्च फॉर द जर्नल्स दिस इज व्हाट यू और व्हाट यू कैन डू इज लाइक
Not all
जब
journals accept on bibliometric or SLR papers, ma'am.
ma'am you have to wahi this is what I'm trying to tell you what you can do is like when you open up your scopus database you put that keywords right तो उसमें आप journals को identify करो the journals that you want to target and then go to the aim and scope of that journal this is what you have to decide you have to see द बेस्ट वे इज जो पेपर्स एक्सट्रैक्ट किए हैं आपने तो उसके अंदर से जो जर्नल्स हैं उनको आइडेंटिफाई करो एंड देन गो टू द जर्नल वेबसाइट एंड देन सी द एम एंड स्कोप ऑफ द जर्नल देयर यू विल गेट द आइडिया कि which journal we should target for you know there are special issues for the journal as well so you can target for that I think journal of cleaner production का भी अभी पीछे क्लीनर प्रोडक्शन का था पता नहीं किसका तो उसमें कुछ टॉपिक्स मतलब ये स्पेशल इश्यूज थे तो यू हैव टू सर्च फॉर इट कॉन्टिन्यूसली
Okay, ma'am.
Any other question?
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम, मैम इन आपने जो अभी पेपर दिखाया अपना, उसमें आपने लिखा हुआ था 4 टाइम स्लाइसेस।
हाँ, तो वो उसमें जो जो उसने किया था उसमें वो मैंने बताया, वो स्लाइसेस वाला वो अलग था। क्वाड्रेंट्स वाला अलग था, स्लाइसेस वाला अलग था।
ओके मैम, जैसे मैंने अभी एक पेपर किया तो मैंने उसमें वोस वीवर अप्लाई किया है, तो क्या उसमें आर स्टूडियो अप्लाई करना मैंडेटरी है?
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, यू कैन डू इट फ्रॉम आइदर ऑफ द वन। आप किसी से भी कर सकते हो, चाहे आप आर स्टूडियो से करो या बिब्लियो शाइनी से करो या फिर वॉसव्यूअर से करो, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू। इट इज नॉट
ओके।
मैंडेटरी। बट आपको ये देखना है कि रिजल्ट्स मतलब जो आप डायग्राम्स बनाना चाहते हो, दैट शुड यू आर एबल टू एक्सप्लेन दोज डायग्राम एंड यू आर एबल टू गेट दोज डायग्राम्स। सो दैट इज व्हाट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट।
ओके।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? सो आई होप आप सबको समझ में आया।
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
हाँ जी, धनंजय जी इज सेइंग समथिंग, एम आई राइट?
मैम जैसे हम अपना टॉपिक डिसाइड करते हैं एसएलआर पेपर का, जैसे मेरे माइंड में रफ सा आइडिया है कि मैंने ग्रीन बोन्स पे करना है, बट एग्जैक्ट मुझे नहीं पता कि मेरे को जो उसका टाइटल लेना है वो क्या लेना है, तो मेरे को वो टाइटल किस
Manju,
बेसिस।
no, Manju, let me tell you one thing. You know, when you are starting a thing, right? So, when you're starting with a new topic, you hardly know about that topic much. Am I right? So, with the time, you come to know about so many different aspects of it. And later on, the things got developed. So, with the time only, just keep some time, like just work onto it. Just don't try start thinking of the topic right now. You extract the papers from the Scopus database. Let's say you are want to work on green bonds. You extract the papers from the green bond, or you extract the papers from the Scopus database on the topic green bonds. You see what the different authors they have written on it, right? Once you come to know what the people they are working on it, on the basis of that you design your topic. Just don't start thinking कि आपको अभी ही टॉपिक देखना है, प्लीज डोंट डू दैट। आप ग्रीन बॉन्ड्स एक वाइडर एरिया उसको बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है। यू आई मस्ट टेल यू वन थिंग, व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग ऑन एनीथिंग सो यू नीड टू वर्क हार्ड। जस्ट कि आपने अभी स्टार्ट किया है और अभी आपको टॉपिक भी आ जाए तो दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल। सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज जस्ट मूव ऑन at some pace. Just start learning those things, and you yourself will know what is the topic that you will do. And once you are starting, अगर जैसे किसी person को अपना synopsis design करना है, so what my suggestion would be, when you have to start with your synopsis, so what is important is you do an SLR paper first. So when you do the SLR paper based on the ADO model, ADO framework, वहां से आपको ना बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स समझ में आएंगे और उसके बेसिस पे आप कोई मॉडल बना के अपने जो सिनॉप्सिस है उसमें आप अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को क्लियरली डिफाइन कर सकते हो। तो दिस इज माय सजेशन, एंड just go a little bit slow and slow. I hope, Manju, I got you got your answer.
ओके मैम।
Anything else?
Ma'am, we will get the recording of this class.
Yeah, sure, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मिलेगी मैम।
Okay, ma'am.
We'll get
Thank
that,
you.
definitely. Yesterday also, Bholanath sir has put the recording of yesterday. So today also you'll get this recording. Don't worry about it. Anything else?
Ma'am, will you take other sessions for like enhancement or something like that?
What
Are
is
you
the kind of a
currently
session
planning?
do you want?
Ma'am, regarding some tools.
What are the two SPSS?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, I can do that. I'll talk to Bhulanath sir and then we'll design that. So January will be okay with you people?
Mm,
Because I think up to holidays ho jayenge. If you are interested, we can put it around first to I think around 28th of December or in the month of January. So we'll decide and we'll let you know. इसी group पे will tell you.
okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
About what, ma'am? Sorry, I didn't catch that. January में क्या session? Which session?
SPSS पे या फिर किसी और चीज पे?
All right, ma'am. Sure. Thanks.
Another session is if I mean suggestion is that if you can have a session on use of AI tools for
Yes.
research.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll try. We'll work on that as well. Yeah. Anything else? Chalo, anyway, thank you very much for be here, and I think thank you all. So we'll see you soon. I feel
Thank you, ma'am.
okay. Okay. Okay.